Three little girls died. I found it. I found it. Let's talk about it. Let's spend 10 minutes on it. See what's happening out in these streets, man. Is this the story that you was talking about?
And welcome back here to Live Now from Fox. I'm Andrew Kraft. We take you now about 3 hours east of the Seattle area. Take a look at that live picture there over the Seattle skyline. A gorgeous view there. But this story next is very tragic here. I want to put up some of this photos and video that we have. This is what we know. 3 young girls were reported missing last week. They were found dead yesterday. That's according to the Wenatchee Police Department in Washington State. Authorities now searching for their father, 32-year-old Travis Decker. He's wanted for 3 counts of first-degree murder and first-degree kidnapping. This is somewhat of a theme here on Live Now over the past couple of weeks. Manhunts in states like Louisiana, Arkansas, and now Washington State for this father. Our colleagues at Fox 13 Seattle, including reporter AJ Janavel, they're on this story, and AJ joins me live. AJ, thanks so much for being with us here on a really, really difficult story to tell. Get our viewers up to speed if they're just coming to this story for the first time.
Andrew, it's just a tragic situation, and you kind of hit all of these specifics that we have been finding out over the last few days. So the way it started was this incident happened around Friday. This father had a scheduled visit with these 3 girls, all under the age of 10, all his daughters. But when he did not show back up to drop these young girls off, that's when this search began. Throughout the weekend, as well as throughout all of Monday, we were hoping and waiting for the best case scenario, looking for answers. A massive search, including different agencies in this area, looking for those 3 girls. Their names, Peyton, Evelyn, and Olivia, all under 10 years old, all sisters. We found out this morning that investigators found the bodies of all 3 of these sisters a short while away from this Wenatchee area where we are, in a town called Leavenworth, Washington. But what investigators have not found is that suspect, the father, Decker. He's 32 years old. He has an interesting history. Investigators say he's former military. They believe that he has a special set of skills because of his background in the military.
Who's this dude? Liam Neeson? Special set of skills?
That makes him even more dangerous than a normal person. They also believe that he could have a gun. So they're warning the community because the biggest thing right now is finding this suspect. But the concern is how dangerous he is because, as you mentioned, investigators believe that he killed all 3 of his children. So what they're asking is anyone who has any information or even sees Decker in the community to immediately call 911, to not approach him in any way, shape, or form. Now, we are in Wenatchee. This is where those little girls lived. All 3 of them went to an elementary school down the street. And behind me, in less than an hour, there is a vigil that is planned with members of that school, with members of the community. We've been hearing from people, from parents who got a chance to know these little girls through things like sports, through things like the classroom. And if, Andrew, there's any glimmer of hope within this absolutely terrible story, is this, the community support. In just a few hours, really today, a GoFundMe has raised about $200,000 for Whitney Decker. That is the...
It don't even matter, bro. Like, I mean, mentioning the GoFundMe is cool, but and when you get to the point to where, look, bro, if you get all 3 of your children killed by their father, I don't even think you care nothing about no money. Honestly, at that point, I think that I don't even know how you would be able to go on with life. If all 3 of your daughters get killed by their father, I think the last thing that you're thinking about is money. I don't even think you care about living. I don't think you care about your house. I don't think you care about family. You probably just go numb. You probably just go numb. At that point, I don't even see the purpose in life. I don't even see the purpose. And I'm not saying that people need to take their lives. I'm against that. I don't know what the meaning of life is at that point. That's beyond relationship advice and saying, "Oh, you chose them" or something like that. That's demonic. That's something else. That's a spirit. You got to be one of the most evil people in the world, not only to take a child's life, but to take your child's life. All three of them. People keep hitting us with the, "Oh man, people crazy, PTSD, maybe it was war or maybe it was something like that." Nah, fam. At what point do we say that people are possessed? At what point do you say that people are possessed? Honestly, I truly, that is beyond anything. Like, that's beyond any psychosis, medical diagnosis, procedure. That is honestly, that dude is possessed, and there's no reason for him to continue to still exist on this earth. I just believe that. And I know that it's a lot of people that don't believe in the spirituality. They just think that, okay, we here today and we gone tomorrow, and then you just go into some random existence, your consciousness turn off, and then you just no longer here or whatever like that. I don't believe that. I believe that there are absolutely, positively other things walking around that we don't see, I believe there's angels, cherubims, demons, devils, all of that stuff. I believe in all of it. And I know that I don't too much get into the deep dive into the spiritual of all of, the heavy lifting stuff of what we talk about, but ain't no other way that you can explain this. Is no explanation. Oh, I got into it with the baby mama. No, it ain't no explanation that you can tell me that would justify. And I don't want to see one guy. I know y'all was on me last night on the after hour show. I can't believe Anton is caping for black women. He poured his cape out. He do it at least once a month. He do it once every couple months. He always trying to talk about, good black women. This ain't got nothing to do with nothing. This is all, it ain't a guy. It should not be a guy in the chat. Not one man in the chat that will sit here and say, "But she chose him." No. We can use that when it comes to becoming a single baby mama or breaking up your household, or, you decided that you wanted to have unprotected sex or something like that. That's applicable for that. When you talking about a dude that had 3 children with you, who had them on visitation, and then all of a sudden they just all missing and they just dead, that it's probably so gruesome that they didn't even feel comfortable telling you how they passed away. Probably so gruesome that they probably can't even tell you how they passed away.
Mother of these 3 little girls. So you're seeing just how much of an impact this family has had on the community with how much money has been raised in such a short amount of time. Andrew?
AJ, I have to ask about the mother in particular. Can't imagine what she's going through, the worst moments of her life. Have we heard from her at all? Have we heard from any other members of the family?
I knew it. She still chose him, though. Come on, fam. At some point, we got to have some level of empathy. Like, come on, family. Really? You don't even know the details of what's going on. Bro, there's no excuse in the world for a man to murder his children. What are we doing? I don't know if you trolling. I don't know, Moses, if you decided that you just wanted to be brought to the front of the congregation and you felt like you wanted some attention. Come on, family. Seriously? How do you vet for a person that's going to kill your kids? Just a question. You can vet for a woman that's going to sleep around. You can vet for a woman that's going to be extra promiscuous. You might even be able to vet for a gold digger. How do you vet for a woman that is going, or how do you vet for a man that's going to kill your kids? Just curious. Has anybody got a solution for that? Because I don't have any excuses for that one. I don't have no solution for that one. Anton, I want to make sure that I vet for a guy that's not going to kill my kids. I'm not even sure that that's a question. Come on, family.
We actually got a chance to speak to Whitney Decker, the mom, on Monday, and it's heartbreaking because she remained hopeful that her 3 girls would be returned safely. This
I don't
is
believe
a
that,
situation,
Kimmy.
Again, this visit was scheduled. This was something that was planned with the father.
Kimmy, don't be super feminist. Don't be super feminist. Most of us are objective. Most of us hold you accountable because we want you to do better. And we call out the BS, but at the same time, we champion y'all at the same time. Don't do it. Don't do it. This is not how most men think and act. It's not. It's not. I'm not going to let you put that stereotype on us. Nope. Most of us love y'all. Most of us want to be with y'all. We just unwilling to deal with the nonsense that come along with the stuff that you think you entitled to.
Travis Decker, and the hope was that there was some sort of mistake or some sort of incident that had happened to delay the returning of these 3 girls in the normal process of this scheduled visitation. Since we have found out this
Yes,
absolutely
Moses.
devastating information,
Yes,
all 3 of these girls believed to be killed by investigators, I've heard from family friends that Whitney Decker, the mom, is not in a position to comment.
Okay.
I have gotten a chance to speak to a close family friend, the person behind that GoFundMe, and what is she's saying essentially is the best way that the community can show their support is twofold. One is that GoFundMe, which I've mentioned before, has raised at this point nearly $200,000. But
Large Paw. Really? Really? So everybody has his limits. The guy obviously met his. What does that mean? So that means that we're now validating the idea that because you met your limit and because you couldn't control yourself, you decided to go and take your kids out? What kind of crack y'all got out there today? Y'all got some good meth? Whatever that meth is out there that y'all got, I don't want none of it. I don't want. Y'all got that Fenty in y'all meth. Large Paw, what we doing today? Everyone has his limits. The guy obviously got his. Are y'all smoking crack? Let me make my list. Let's see. Moses King, Large Paw. That way, if I meet y'all in real life, hey man, what's going on, big dog? How you feel? Hey, Anton, I follow you online. I'm Large Paw. Security gonna be behind you. What's going on, Anton? I'm Large Paw. What's up, fam? I'm just making a list. Mental Rolodex so that I know when I meet y'all in person, I know who to be careful about. Hey, don't play with Large Paw too much. He don't play like that. He got a short fuse, lower limit.
the other thing is that suspect is still out there. Wow. They want to make sure that if you know anything...
What's your name? Hey, Anton, my name is Kimmy. Kimmy, like in my chat, Kimmy. Yeah. Hey, dog. She can't go. She backstage. I choose you to tour. Not that one. Not that one. Kimmy. Probably gonna be doing some Me Tooing over there. Yeah, watch that one. Make sure you got her on camera. No physical contact. We don't want to get Me Too'd. Kimmy over there. Well, hey, Anton, can I take a picture? I'm taking pictures with my hands behind my back. Just throwing on my mental Rolodex. Want to make sure that we all on the same page. Oh, you can put your hand behind my waist. No, I'm okay. You know, I'm feeling real selfish today. You know what I'm saying? No, I choose you to tour for her. The Kimmy, the type that be on the internet on TikTok. So, story time. I met this man today, and you may not know who it is. I signed paperwork, so I can't necessarily say his name, but his name, the beginning of it rhymes with Banton, and the end of it rhymes with manuals. And this guy right here tried to take my face off with the D. And girl, guess what? He married. And I don't even know if his wife know. But guess what? I got a story time today. Let me tell you about this guy that had me in Vegas. And oh my God, I did volunteer to go up there, but I didn't know what I was getting into. I ain't got time for that. Hey, Kimmy, I Choose You to tour. General admission, no backstage, okay?
You stay safe, but you also
Fellas, word of advice. Never, ever talk to women. Go, if you get into it with a woman, as far as like getting into a relationship, or you like her, y'all going back and forth, you kicking it with her and stuff like that, first thing you do is you go and you check her social media. What up to my dog, Dennis Sperling in the building? What up, DS? DS in the building says, I'm very proud of you and your great work, Uncle D. Shout out to the Blizzard King. I love Uncle D. Unc is in the building. Shout out to Dennis Sperling. I love you, bro. I'm going to read that super chat and I'm going to give you a proper acknowledgement shortly. I just got to make sure that they know about the Kimmies. Make sure that y'all go and check these women's social media platforms, fam. You're married, you're unmarried, you're single, you in a situationship, it's complicated. Go check their social media. That's the first line of defense. What are you looking for? Women that tell story times or is always talking about their experience and always talking about some man that they talked about or they went to, or let me tell you this, or girl, women that take pictures of their food and then it be some man's hand in it. Stay away from those type of women. That's the number one red flag. Make sure that y'all are very careful not to be aligning yourself and getting into a situation where you're going to end up being some kind of story time later.
Like police. Andrew?
Yeah, and AJ, at the top of the next hour, to your point, this vigil will be underway. We're going to take that live here on Live Now. Another key item of this story that a lot of people are fixating on is the fact that the Washington State Patrol was contacted on Friday night to request an Amber Alert, though it did not meet the requisite criteria to issue such an alert. Are there questions about why?
Andrew, we've been digging into those questions for the last 2 days as you've kind of brought that up. Essentially, an Amber Alert's goal is to make the community aware as quickly as possible that there is a need for assistance. And when you find out that...
Kimmy, you know I'm just messing around with you. Everybody get these jokes.
For some reason, the specific details of this case did not rise to the level of an Amber Alert. With the hindsight that we have now, it's concerning and brings up a lot of questions. We've been working to get answers. One of the biggest focus right now, though, has been the fact that Kimmy, suspect is still on the loose. So we are working to figure out exactly what happened in the situation. What, if anything, can be done to change in the future to prevent other situations like that. But the question you're asking is one that a lot of members of this community are asking as well.
Yeah, and we don't have time now, but failed to mention that this unoccupied white pickup truck was also recovered from the scene near where these three girls' bodies were also discovered as well. He still remains on the loose, on the run. AJ Janavel with Fox 13 in Seattle. Thanks for bringing us this incredibly difficult story. We'll check in